Good morning, students. This lesson is of class 8th for the subject of mathematics, which is being submitted to you on 25th May 2021. Children, today we will discuss about Venn diagrams, right? Venn diagram is the most commonly used pictorial representation of sets. This idea was first developed by John Venn, an English mathematician. That is why the geometrical figures used in this type of representation are called Venn diagrams. Clear? Children, in fact, in a Venn diagram, a closed curve or you can say figure represents a set and the interior points within this closed curve represent the elements of the set. In a Venn diagram, the universal set that we can call it as Xi is represented by a rectangle and all other sets under consideration by circles or ovals within the rectangle. Now let us discuss how to represent Venn diagram. So the first one is disjoint sets. Children, the sets which do not have any element in common are called disjoint sets. Now you can see in figure 1, A and B are two disjoint sets where A intersection B is phi, that is null set. Clear? Now see the next one, that is subset. Let A is a subset of B. Or children, we can say that B is the superset of A. Since all the elements of A are contained in B, the inner circle is representing A and the outer circle is representing B. Right? So therefore, A is contained in B. I hope it is clear to you. Now let us discuss about union of two sets. If A and B are two sets, then A union B is the set which contains all the elements of A and B. Now here the shaded portion is A union B, right? So we will write all the elements of A and B all together, and this overlapping portion, this is the common element. Here we will write the elements which are in common, right? Now let us discuss about intersection of two sets. If now A and B are two sets, then A intersection B is the set of elements which are common. Here the shaded region represents intersection, that is A intersection B. Clear? Now children, let us discuss about difference of two sets. Now you can see in figure number 5, the shaded portion is representing A minus B, right? Here A minus B, all the elements of A will come and we will delete the elements which are in common in A and B. Similarly, in figure number 6, elements which are contained in B but not contained in A. Here also we will remove the common elements from B. I hope it is clear to you. Now children, when A and B are disjoint sets, in that case, A union B, we will shade them separately. We will not join the two circles because these two sets are disjoint sets. Now see figure number 8. Here A intersection B is phi because the two sets are disjoint and nothing common in them. That means though no elements are common between A and B. Right? Now children, in figure number 9, A is representing A minus B. This is the shaded portion. This is representing shaded portion. Since A and B are disjoint set, there is nothing common. So therefore, A minus B means the set A. Similarly, in figure B, B minus A means the set B, right? The set B is the only set which is equal to B minus A. I hope you all have understood. Now let us discuss the next one. Now the next is representation of A union B, A intersection B, A minus B and B minus A when A is contained in B. That is, A is a subset of B. Or you can say that B is a superset of A, right? Now here A union B is basically equal to B. That means we have to shade the A as well as B, right? But A intersection B is only A, where all the elements of A are common between A and B. And children, A minus B is phi. There is nothing common, right? A minus B phi. Why it is like this? Because all the elements of A are already contained in B. So if you remove all the common elements, then the answer will be phi. So we will not shade anything here. Now B minus A is the shaded portion. All the elements of A and B which are common, we will remove common elements from B. That is, basically we remove A from B. So this ring is, the shaded portion is B minus A. Now let us discuss the next one. Now children, see the next is representation of complement of sets. These following diagrams represent the complement of different sets. See the first figure, that is figure number 12, first part. Here the shaded portion is representing A complement, right? In the second figure, the shaded portion is representing A union B complement, right? And in figure number 3, here the shaded portion is representing A intersection B complement. Clear? Now children, see the next one. Representation of intersection and union of three sets. When we have three sets like A, B and C, in that case A union B union C is the shaded portion, right? And A intersection B intersection C is the shaded portion. That is the common elements in all three, right? And if we are talking about A union B intersection C, in that case, first of all, see what is B intersection C. B intersection C is this portion and A union. Then you have to combine this portion with A. So the shaded portion is representing A union B intersection C, right? Now see the next one. A intersection B union C. Now children, here B union C is all the elements of B and C, but have to take the common elements with A. So the shaded portion is representing A intersection B union C. I hope you all have understood well. Now children, you need to go through all the examples in order to understand this concept. Now let us discuss few questions from exercise 2B of your textbook. Children, see, question number 1 is, let the universal set U, that is 0, 1, 2 and so on till 9. A is 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. B is 2, 3, 5, 8. And C is 2, 5, 6, 7. Now, children, draw a Venn diagram to represent these sets. Also find the following, that we will do later. Now, let us represent the given sets on a Venn diagram. Now, you can see Xi is a universal set. Here, you can write U also. You can write U also, right? As it is mentioned in the question. Now, we can see that A intersection B intersection C. All the three intersection is 2, right? So, after drawing the circles like this, then we will write 2 in the center. Now, this 2 is representing the common element which is in all three, right? Then A intersection B is 2 and 4. A intersection B is 2 and 8, right? 2 and 8. A and B. The common elements are 2 and 8. Similarly, B and C. The common elements are 2 and 5. And between A and C, the common elements are 6 and 2. Right? Now here children, A minus B. Now what is A minus B? All the elements from A which are common with B, we have to remove. So what are those elements? That is 2 and 8. So therefore, A minus B will be 1, 4 and 6. Right? 1, 4 and 6. Similarly, B minus C will be what? B minus C will be 3 and 8. And C minus A is 2 and 8. Right? So this is how we can represent the given sets on a Venn diagram. Right? Now children, let us discuss cardinal properties of sets. Number of elements in A union B is equal to number of elements in A plus number of elements in B minus number of elements in A intersection B. Then the second is number of elements in A plus number of elements in A complement. That means if you add A with A complement, we will get the universal set. That means all the elements will come together, right? Similarly, number of elements in A minus B plus number of elements in B is equal to number of elements in A union B. Now the fourth one is number of elements in A minus number of elements in A minus B is equal to number of elements in A intersection B. Now the last one, fifth, is number of elements in A minus B plus number of elements in B minus A is equal to number of elements in A union B minus number of elements in A intersection B. Now children, let us see how to apply these properties in questions. So have a look, question number 7 of your textbook. So the question here is, let U be the universal set and A and B be any two sets if Number of elements in U is 20. Number of elements in A is 12. Number of elements in B is 4. And number of elements in A intersection B complement is 17. Then find number of elements in A intersection B and so on. Now let's discuss one by one. So the first part is number of elements in A intersection B. Here we will apply the formula that we have discussed, the property, that is number of elements in union, that is universal set, minus number of elements in A intersection B complement. Right? Children, now both the values are already given. We just have to subtract the two values. So the answer is 3. Now the second part is number of elements in A union B. Now here again we go use the property, that is number of elements in A plus number of elements in B minus number of elements in A intersection B. So number of elements in A is 12, B is 4, right? And intersection we have just calculated in the first part, that is 3. So the answer is 13. I hope you all have understood till here. Now see the third part. Number of elements in A minus B. That is number of elements in A minus number of elements in A intersection B. So here number of elements in A is already given, that is 12. And intersection we have calculated in the first part, that is 3. So 12 minus 3, the answer is 9. Now the fourth part. Number of elements in B minus A. Now here children also we will write in the same way as we have done previous part. That is number of elements in B minus number of elements in A intersection B. That is 4 minus 3 equal to 1. Now children, let us discuss one more question. That is question number 10. 50 students of a class like either oranges or grapes or both, right? 20 of them like oranges while 10 like both. Now draw a Venn diagram and find how many like only oranges, then grapes and only grapes. So children, here first of all let's see the common elements in oranges, that is the common in number of students in oranges and grapes, that is equal to 10. That is already given. 10 like both, right? So that is 10. So now let's make a Venn diagram where O is representing oranges and G is representing grapes and 10 is the common, that is both students like oranges as well as grapes, right? Now children, number of children, that is oranges minus grapes. Oranges minus grapes means only oranges, that is 20 minus 10 because 20 like oranges. So 20 minus the common elements. So that is equal to 10 here, right? Now see the second part, grapes. That is number of grapes, right? Number of students who like only grapes. So that is number of elements in oranges union grapes minus number of elements in oranges minus grapes. That is 50 minus 10. The total is 50 minus the students, those who like grapes, right? So that is equal to 40. Now 40 are those students which like grapes, right? Now the third is grapes only. Now grapes only will be number of children, those who like grapes. The total is 40. 40 minus common, that is 10. So 40 minus 10, it is 30. Now children, here 30 students are those students those who only like grapes. They don't like any other fruit, right? And 10 students, they only like orange. They don't like grapes, right? And 10 students are common, which like both grapes as well as oranges. Clear? Now children, with this I conclude this interactive session. Now again I am repeating, go through all the examples and all the explanations given in your book. Now your homework is from exercise 2A, do question number 2, 3 and 5, and from exercise 2B, do question number 2, 3, 6, 9 and 12. Also children, do the following questions from revision exercise, that is question number 3, 6 and 7. Now thank you everyone.